Ooh, this is Mad Cat, and I'm doing a quick update on my situation. The one thing I've been saying about my sleeping situation is that it could be worse. And, well, I guess depending on how you look at it, it is now worse. Because I'm on crutches, they moved me from the third floor to the first floor. Now, they state that it's a safety issue. Because in an emergency, say like a fire, elevators would be shut down. And I could make it down the stairs, I just wouldn't be happy about it. But, probably for their insurance, if something happened as a result, it's just a safety issue all around. They didn't initially do it because, well, they didn't have the room, but some room opened up and put me downstairs. And the thing about being in a shelter is that anything that changes is for the better and for the worse. So let me first go over the better before I go over the worse. So the benefits of moving downstairs is I'd always have to take the elevator up to the third floor. I no longer have to do that. Sometimes I could wait 20 minutes before someone finally let me on the elevator because they have to scan it in to prevent any random person from using it. Another nice thing is that they turn off most of the lights at nighttime, which is nice. I have a sleep mask, but even with the sleep mask on, with the lights on bright, I can still kind of see that through the mask. It just makes it easier to sleep. Now, with most of the lights off, when I put my sleep mask on, it's a lot darker. It makes it a bit easier for me to sleep. Another good thing is that instead of sharing a big room with like 100 people, I now share a smaller room with 5 people. We each get our little cot. I don't have bunk beds to deal with. Let's see. I also get to use a personalized shower. It's not personalized for me, but only one person at a time can use it. So we have to kind of take turns and all of that. But, instead of having to shower in front of a bunch of different guys, I can shower by myself. The other big thing, because I don't know if I'm sure people on Facebook saw this, but yesterday when they were taking my bag out of the cage, they have to put it on the top shelf because that's where my bed number is. My bag is kind of big. It's not really heavy, it's just big. And the guy who's trying to take it down, he's like, I'd say he's maybe 5'8", and the top of the thing is maybe like 7 feet. So he has to jump up there, pull it down, and it got snagged, and he tried yanking on it, and it ripped open. So yesterday, I actually got the shelter wasn't taking responsibility for it. It's kind of like, well, you gave us your bag, but it's also on the same token, they require me to. I can't take my bag with me upstairs. But their response is, well, we don't have a replacement bag for you. So I just got some thread, needle, sewed it up, and then I put some super glue on it to keep the stitching there. And for now, it's fine. And I don't know if it's going to last, but, I could always reapply it if anything happens. I'm not very happy by that, but, at least I still got my bag. But now, because I'm sleeping on the first floor, I'm on a different shelf, and the person should be able to easily reach it, shouldn't be throwing it around as he has been, which always worried me because my laptop is in there as well, and the battery's actually coming loose. It can easily slip off now. I can still use my laptop, but, So those, I think, are the benefits. If I think any more, I'll tell you. But let me now tell you the cons to the situation. So when I'm done eating at nighttime, and I usually get fed first because I have a crutch and I can't really stand in line. I get done, I go get my bed ticket, then put my stuff up, and I'm up in my room by Usually 7:30. And then I can take a quick shower and relax, what have you. Now, I have to wait until everyone else is done because the place that we pick up our bags is the same place I sleep. So we have to make sure everyone is cleared out. And that takes until like 8:30. Then I can put up my bag, then I can go take a shower. So it's usually about 9 o'clock before I actually get to put myself in bed. So it's an hour and a half later than I would normally. So instead of being, up and about by 7:30, now it's 9 o'clock. They put us on cots, not on beds. And those cots are very hard to sleep on. It feels like I'm sleeping on a rock. And even though they turn off the lights, the night staff is also down there near us. And they are talking up a storm. I mean, I thought the talking upstairs was pretty bad. And this is also pretty bad. The problem, I can't sleep if someone is talking or if someone is playing music because my mind is constantly analyzing what they're saying. If they were talking about the history of warfare, and I just kept wanting to be a part of the conversation, but I also wanted to be asleep. So it's like very frustrating for me that I'm just sitting there trying to sleep and listening to a conversation wanting to add to it. So that's the difficult thing for me. I did try listening to music. I found a nice melody. But unfortunately, in order for it to be loud enough to drown them out, it also prevents me from going to sleep. So, maybe I can get used to it, but it's still not very pleasant. The other thing that sucks is because we need to clear out before people start coming down and getting their bags, it means that I have to be awake by 5 a.m. Now, ordinarily, when I was on the third floor, I could wake up at 6:30. So not only do I have to wait 90 minutes more before I can get into my bed, I now have to be up 90 minutes earlier. So I get less time to be in bed. And also because of all the talking, it's harder for me to go to sleep. So I'm getting even less sleep now. So I mean, there's some benefits here, but there's some detractors. I think overall it's a worse situation I'm in. But I mean, hopefully if I can get off my crutch and just start walking normally, which I'm trying to push myself. I'm like trying to walk without my crutch, but it still hurts really bad. But I think if I keep doing it, I can wean myself off of using a crutch. Because I really don't want to go to Detroit with a crutch. I feel sorry for my friend that you've seen on the video with me. Because, he slept in the bunk bed next to mine, and that's kind of how we met. And apparently now the person who's replaced me, let's just say he has some bowel problems. Let's say specifically he shits himself in bed. So now he's next to a person who snores really, really loudly, like he's gagging on his own saliva. And on the opposite side of him is a person who smells like shit. So I feel bad for him, but it's also pretty bad for me that I'm going to get even less sleep now. But, like I said, any changes that happen in a shelter is going to be both good and bad at the same time. So that's my current situation. And I'm sure you can imagine I'd rather be like in a studio apartment than in a shelter. And so that is my current change. Some good things with it, a lot of bad things. I think overall this is a bad turn for me. And it's funny too because, the people there, like the reverends and the people who help out, are saying like, oh, this is a blessing from God. He answered your prayers. And what they don't know is that I've been telling like the person in charge, I don't want to move. I don't want to be downstairs. I was fine where I was at. I didn't want this. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it was like, I'm on crutches, man. I don't really need to be treated as like I'm disabled. I'm just injured right now. Reserve that spot for people who actually are disabled, at least physically disabled, mobility disabled. So, wow, there's a lot of children here on a Monday. Or is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. So, this isn't a blessing. It feels more like a punishment, in all honesty. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it except trying to get off this crutch. I'm only here until the 30th. So was that 16 more days, about a little over 2 weeks. So you just got to put up with this, and then I'll be in Detroit and have a whole new series of problems for 2 months. And then maybe I'm off the streets. Maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping so, but we'll just have to kind of wait and see. I think I'm going to take the stairs up. There's just way too many kids here trying to get on the elevator. Anyways, I just wanted to update people on my current situation. I still need help, trying to get off the streets, trying to improve my life. So, definitely if I can get off the streets, I want to stay off the streets. But today I'm going to go ahead and do my my side project job. I mean, I'm not going to get paid for about 2 weeks, but the promise is that I'll get a little bit of money that should make up for not being paid, because I get paid per thing I complete, and they don't want me to complete. I mean, my next assignment is not due until the 28th, and it's probably going to take me until the 28th to actually get it done. The benefit there is, I'll have a little extra money to spend, a little extra money to spend, a little bit of money to save. But the downside is that I'm not going to get any other source of income. So any ways that you can help, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/stayoffstreets. Wait, that's my GoFundMe. Sorry. Patreon.com/mad_cat. Check out my GoFundMe, gofundme.com/stayoffstreets, or my PayPal, paypal.me/madcatprime. Don't want to do any of that? Consider buying my book. Every time I sell a book, I appear higher in search results. That's only $2.99, so that is a great benefit to me. But every one of those is going to help me out so much, so anything anyone can do is always greatly appreciated. So I'm trying to get off the streets and stay off the streets for good. So any help anyone can give, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, my situation slightly improved, but mostly did not improve. It went the other way. So it is what it is. I got my back repaired. What more can you really say? So that's going to do it for me. This is Mad Cat signing out.